looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to day 2 of our paper 1 CXC math review session. Type a J in the chat if you can hear me so that I know that I'm clear, that you can see the screen. Okay, type a J in the chat if you can hear me. And welcome to day 2 of our CXC paper 1 review session. Okay, please go ahead and share the link. Share the link with any classmate of yours that you know will be doing the paper 1 exam, CXC math paper 1 exam, CSEC math to be exact, paper 1 exam next week. The exam is just a few days away. As you know, a lot is riding on this paper because the paper 2 was scrapped. Okay, so the paper 2 answers, the marks will no longer be used. So we have a lot riding on this paper 1. Okay, so I'm here to assist, I'm here to help. Go ahead and share the link. Let them know that I am here and ready to assist you all this evening. For those of you all who do not know me, my name is Miss K. George, aka Math Master. I am the CEO and founder of Jumpstart Institute, an online learning institution. Here we are focused, our mission is to improve academic performance through technology, to empower students through technology. So this evening you will be engaged in this session. So I would like to urge you to get your pen, your pencil, get your paper. You will not just be looking at the screen. You will be answering questions. You will be engaged. So get your pen, get your paper. Okay, as you know, the paper 1 exam, or as you should know, the paper 1 exam, you will not be allowed to use a calculator. So during the math game this evening, do not use a calculator to answer any of the questions. If you do, you are only cheating yourself, okay? Because on the day you will not be allowed to use a calculator. Okay, as I said in my previous session, you have to know your basic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of all different numbers, okay? Fractions, decimal, whole numbers. You need to know your square numbers, okay? Let me get you a little warmed up. I'd like you to drop in the chat, drop 13 squared for me in the chat. No calculator. What is 13 raised to the power of 2? Drop that in the chat for me, please. What's 13 squared? I told you all last session that you need to know your square numbers. What's 13 times 13? Okay, Jenny said 169. Do you all agree with that? Does anybody else agree with that? Just trying to get you all warmed up because we are not going to be using any calculator this evening. Jenny said 169. It's not only Jenny here. I know that other persons are here. I would like to hear from you because these are numbers that you should, these are answers that you should know. Okay. So Jenny is correct. 13 squared is 169. Okay, go ahead and share. Let others know that we are here and we are about to begin in a few seconds. Okay, this evening, the questions will be focused on algebra. I have a bit of geometry in there, and I think just one question on relation functions and graph. Okay, the last slide that we had, we focused more on computation and number concepts or number theory. So you can always go back to this session if you would like to review these areas. Okay, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so right now. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, because this is not going to be our last session, God's willing. Next week, God's willing, I will be on again the day before the exam, the 12th. As you know, the exam, the paper 1, CXC math paper 1 is scheduled for the 13th of June. So I will be on the 12th of June to give you all a final math review for paper 1. As I said previously, all the questions that are used during the game, are actual past paper questions. Okay, so there's a possibility that you may just see a similar question or probably even the same question on the exam. Okay, so I won't keep you all waiting any longer. Okay, I'd like you all to go to www.kahoot.it. I'm typing that in the chat. I would like you to click on this link. I am going to give you all the game code right now. The game code, it's loading. As soon as it's ready, I will let you all know. Okay, so let's see here. The game code is 5936339. So you go ahead, you click on www.kahoot.it and you enter this game code, and then you enter your name. You don't necessarily have to enter your actual name. You could enter your nickname as long as it's decent. Go ahead and enter it. Those of you all playing the game for the first time, if for some reason you get an answer incorrect, that's okay. You are the only person that will see that you got it incorrect. Well, I can see it in my back office, but no one else is going to see. So don't be discouraged. We are here to learn, we're here to have fun, and we're here to prepare ourselves for that grade 1 next week. 60 on 60 on the exam. Only ones this year, only ones. Okay, only ones this year. Okay, so I see Queenie is here, Anaya is here, Top G is here, KK is here. Okay, quite a few persons here. Life is here. Okay, I see you all, I see you all. So 5936339, this is the game code. This is the game code here, 5936339. I'm going to type that in the chat. 5936339. Okay, so just those of you all just coming in, just click on the link in the chat, www.kahoot.it, and then you enter the game code 5936339, and then you enter your nickname or your name. Okay, no calculator, you need your paper, you need your pencil, you need your pen for you to do your working. Okay, let's see who else is on the game. Okay, I see about 11 persons on the live, about 8 persons here. Okay. Okay, another person just joined in. Go ahead and share the link. Don't keep all of this to yourself. Sharing is caring. Go ahead and share this link with share this live with your classmates. You know that they're going to write the exam next week. Go ahead and share this live with them so that they too can get practice. Because at the end of the day, I want everybody to succeed, not just one or two. I want everybody to succeed. Everybody across the Caribbean. If you're from Anguilla, I want you to succeed. St. Lucia, Dominica, anywhere across the Caribbean, Grenada, anywhere across the Caribbean writing the CXC math exam next week, I want you all to succeed. Okay, so let's see here. If you're ready for me to start the game, go ahead and drop a J in the chat for me. Drop a J in the chat if you're ready for me to start. I'm going to click the start button for us to get on with this game. If you're ready for me to start. Okay, Corona is ready. Okay, Six Songs is ready. Journey is ready. Okay, so let's see here. We are going to start. And Chicken Box is there, ready for us to begin. Okay, so good luck to everyone. And at the end of the day, we are all winners. We are here to learn. We're here to have fun. And we're here to prepare ourselves for our grade 1 in CSEC math next week. Okay, so I'm going to start right now. The product of a number, so you need to find out what product means. Okay, 2p over 3 and its reciprocal may be written as its reciprocal. Okay, so you need to find out for yourself, you need to remind yourself of what is reciprocal. Okay, you need to find out what is reciprocal. Okay, so whenever you're writing the reciprocal, the numerator becomes the denominator and the denominator becomes the numerator. Okay, let's move on. So let's see here, IM, PM is to the top. Okay, next question. Which of the following sets is represented by the function? So what I want you to focus on here, I want you to focus on x squared plus 3. And I want you, these values here, x is an element of 0, 1, 2, and 3. I want you to insert the value for 0 in order for you to get the y value of the coordinate. Insert the value for 1 so you can get the y part of the coordinate, for 2 and for 3 as well. Okay, so again, you should insert the values for x into the function here, and then you will get the corresponding value for y. We have 2 more seconds remaining. Okay, so let's see here. A few persons got this incorrect. Let's see here. Okay, so the function stated that f is such that x is mapped onto x squared plus 3. So what you want to do here is you want to change this function into an equation by rewriting this here with y. You say y, you make y the subject. Y is equal to x squared plus 3. So what you want to focus on here is x squared plus 3. So here you have your set of x values. So to get the corresponding value for each of these, you simply insert the value x into this equation here in the place of x. So when x is equal to 0, we say 0 squared. 0 squared would be 0 plus 3. So therefore y is equal to 3 when x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 1, we simply place 1 into the equation. This becomes 1 squared, which is 1. 1 plus 3, this becomes 4. Could you all tell me what's the value of y when x is equal to 2? If I were to place 2 for the value of x in this equation, x squared plus 3, what would be the value of y when x is equal to 2? When x is equal to 2, what would be the value of y? Okay, when x is equal to 2, what is the value of y? Okay, to get the value of y, you would have to place the number 2 into the equation in the place of x. So we have x squared, so therefore we would have to say 2 squared plus 3. 2 squared means 2 times 2, which is 4, and 4 plus 3 is 7. So Janae, Karoni, excellent, this is correct. Okay, so let's see here. Let's move on to the next question. You all are doing a very good job. You all are doing a very good job. Okay, so IMPM is still to the top. I see top dog is here. Let me see who somebody is climbing here. Not as yet. Okay, next question. The expression negative 2 outside of x minus 4, is the same as. Okay, here I want you all to use the distributive law, okay, to simplify this expression. Use the distributive law. Okay, so you want to use the distributive law to bring the negative 2 inside of the brackets to simplify it. I expect most of you all to get this correct. Remember what I told you all when we are multiplying two negatives? I know I mentioned this a few times here on our live sessions. You should know what two negatives whenever we are multiplying, what the result will be. So keep that in mind for this question. We are using the distributive law. Here we have 22 seconds remaining. Negative 2 outside of x minus 4. I would like you to simplify this expression. Okay, majority of you all got this correct, so I'm giving you all some confetti for that. Majority of you all got this correct. But let's see here. We have negative 2 outside of x minus 4, and we want to simplify. So we are going to use what we refer to as the distributive law. You kind of hear the word distributing here. We are sharing. And what are we going to share? We are going to share the negative 2. The operation which comes here whenever we have our number here being stuck to the brackets, we are going to use multiplication. So we say negative 2 multiplied by x, and we also say negative 2 multiplied by negative 4. Okay, so negative 2 multiplied by x, this gives us negative 2x. Now notice I said negative 4 and I did not say 4. Why? Because this subtraction sign, which is next to the 4, means that the 4 is negative. So you're not saying negative 2 times 4. You're saying negative 2 times negative 4. Could you all type in the chat for me the result of negative 2 times negative 4? Here it is, we are multiplying two negative numbers. So what would the result be? Would it be positive 8? Or will it be negative 8? Okay, Janae said positive 8. Let's see what the others say. I am not sure. Let me see what the others say. Negative 2 multiplied by negative 4. Okay, Chickenback said positive 8. Korea said positive 8. Okay, and I agree with you all. Again, right, positive. Excellent, Chickenbacks, positive. Okay, so whenever we are multiplying two negative numbers, our answer will be positive. And positive, we simply put plus 8. Okay, so a plus sign next to the number means that the number is positive. A subtraction sign means that the number is negative. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Very good, Runako. It is a positive 8. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay, so I see Nori has streak with 3 correct answers. So Nori has 3. Look, Nori is to the top right now. Okay, let's see here. Number 4. If m asterisk n, so here we have binary operations going on here. Remember, for this, you are simply substituting. So what you need to identify is the value for m and the value for n, and then you substitute to get your value. The asterisk does not mean multiply. 5 star 3, it does not mean 5 times 3, okay? Okay, so we are substituting. Find out what is the value for m and the value for n. The symbol that you see here, this operation does not mean multiply. It does not mean multiply. Okay. Okay, so again, majority of you all got this correct. Okay, so I am giving you all some confetti. Yes, I am. So let's see here, just to clarify. The operation is defined by m asterisk n. This operation is defined as the square root of m squared minus n squared. Okay, so notice the order in which this is written. You want to simply place this right underneath here in the same order. So this tells us that m is equal to 5 and n is equal to 3. So substituting the values for m and n into this expression here, we say 5 squared minus 3 squared. The square root of 5 squared minus 3 squared. I need you all to help me here. I cannot really calculate too well. Could you all tell me what is 5 squared? Type that in the chat for me. I need your assistance. What is 5 squared? Remember, no calculator. No calculator. What is 5 squared? You're in the exam room and you're trying to calculate this. 5 squared. What does 5 squared mean? Does it mean 5 times 2 or does it mean 5 times 5? 5 times 5. 5 squared means 5 times 5. Okay, you all are saying 25. Okay, 25. Excellent. So 5 squared does not mean 5 times 2. It means 5 times 5, which is 25. And 3 squared. 3 squared does not mean 3 times 2. It means 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, and the square root of 25 minus 9, that gives us 16. What's the square root of 16? Remember, we don't have a calculator, so you need to know your square numbers. 16 is a square number. What's the square root of 16? You do not have a calculator, so these are basic things that you need to know. Excellent. So therefore, the result was 4. The solution was 4. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. We are doing great. All of these are past paper questions. They are all past paper questions. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, y'all are doing great. Y'all are doing great. Excellent. 2 to the power of 6 divided by 2 to the power of 2 is equal to. Okay, so here you need to know your laws of indices. You need to know your laws of indices. Here we are dividing. Okay, what you want to do, you want to focus on the power. 2 to the power of 6 divided by 2 to the power of 2. Okay, excellent. A few persons still got this correct. No one is incorrect, sorry. No one is left behind. So let's see. 2 to the power of 6 divided by 2 to the power of 2. Now, because what you need to focus on here is the fact that we are dealing with the same base. The base for the numerator is 2, and the base for the denominator is also 2. So because the base is the same and we are dividing, what we are going to do to simplify is we are going to subtract the power of the denominator from the power of the numerator. So 6 take away 2. This gives us 2 to the power of 4. Okay, now notice I said the power of the denominator from the power of the numerator. Okay, there are times when you may get a negative number. So you are not just subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number. Let's say, for example, you have, let's see, I'm going to make up a question here. Let's say I have 4 to the power of 5. And I am dividing this by 4 to the power of, let's say, 7. 4 to the power of 5 divided by 4 to the power of 7. This would be equal to what? 4 to the power of what? Could you all type that in the chat for me? Would the answer be positive 2 or would the answer be negative 2? Again, when we are dividing, we take the power of the denominator from the power of the numerator. Okay? So would that be negative 2 or positive 2? Excellent, Journey, that would be negative 2. Excellent, Karoni, that would be negative 2. Why? Because 5 take away 7, that would be negative 2. Now, just to let you all know, 4 to the power of negative 2, this can also be written as 1 over 4 to the power of positive 2. Okay, so there may be a possibility that one of the options, yes, the answer is 4 to the power of negative 2, but they may give you that result as positive by placing it as a denominator over 1. So whenever you have this case here where you have the base raised to a negative power, the power can become positive by writing it as a denominator under 1. Okay, so let's move on here. Let's move on. You all are doing great. You all are doing great. Let's see here. So I see IMP is coming back up top. G is getting to the top. Okay, we are number 6. So here it is. We have the same scenario. Well, similar scenario. But in this case, we are multiplying. We are not dividing. We are multiplying. In this case here, we are multiplying, but we have the same base. I'll give you a hint. When we are multiplying and the base is the same, we add the powers. So I would like you to simplify by adding the powers. N plus 1 and n plus 2. Okay, remember when you are adding and subtracting algebraic terms, or should I tell you that whenever you have a variable by itself, the coefficient is 1. So keep that in mind, that the coefficient of the n would be 1. The coefficient of the variable n in this case here would be 1. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's see here, let's see here, let's see. So we have here 5 to the power of n plus 1 multiplied by 5 to the power of n plus 2. So again, because we are multiplying and the base is the same, we are going to add our powers. So therefore, this becomes 5 to the power of n plus 1 plus n plus 2. Okay, now simplifying this further, we are going to bring our like terms together. So this becomes 5 to the power of n plus 1 plus 2. So I brought the n's together. Could you all tell me what is n plus n? Remember, the coefficient of that n here is 1. What is n plus n? I'd like you to type that for me in the chat, please. What's n plus n? Okay, somebody said 2n. Do you all agree with that? You all need to help me out here. You all need to help me out. What is n plus n? I'm not sure if this person is correct. You'll agree with that. Runako said 2n. Remember the coefficient of the term, because it's the variable is by itself, the coefficient is 1. So yes, you all are correct. It is 2n, and 1 plus 2, that gives us 3. So therefore, this can be simplified as 5 to the power of 2n plus 3. Okay, for those of you all just coming in, and if you want to join the game, you could go to www.kahoot.it. I just typed this here in the chat. Okay, let me get the code for you. The game code is 5936339. Okay, so once you type that in, let me go ahead and put the game code in the chat as well. The game code is 5936339. So you can join the game. You can still join the game. I am going to pin this message right here. Okay, so you can still join the game and be part of this session. Okay, so let's see here. So I now see KK is on the board and Queenie is below here and she's on fire. As you can see the streak here, she's on fire. Okay, so we are number 7. If you should know what this symbol means, is equal to 0, then A is what? A is a matrix. I'll let you all know that this symbol means determinant. If the determinant of a matrix is equal to 0, it means that this matrix is a If the determinant of a matrix is equal to 0, then this matrix is what type of matrix? Okay, excellent. So 9 persons got this correct. Excellent. So whenever the determinant of a matrix is equal to 0, it means that this matrix is considered a singular matrix. If the determinant is not equal to 0, therefore this matrix will be considered a non-singular matrix. Okay? Now, just to let you all know that if the determinant is equal to 0, you cannot find the inverse of that matrix. Inverse of that matrix cannot be defined because it is a singular matrix. The determinant is equal to 0. Okay, so let's move on to our next question. I see F is on the board right now and Nori is at the highest answer streak with 7 so far. You all are doing great as I'm giving you all confetti. If O is the center of the circle, so look at the circle that we have here. You need to look at the angle that's at the circumference. The angle is 50 degrees at the circumference. If you notice, angle C, it is standing on the same arc as angle Y to the power of 0. Okay, the arms of these angles are both standing on the same arc. And Y to the power of 0 is in the center of the circle. Y to the power of 0 is in the center of the circle. And the other angle which they gave us, 50 degrees, is at the circumference. What do we know in terms of circle theorem? What do we know about the angle at the center of the circle in relation to the angle at the circumference, both standing on the same chord, on the same arc, sorry. Okay, so you need to remember your circle theorems. Even if you're doing multiple choice, you need to remember your formulas, you need to remember your theorems, and so on. It will still be applicable in a multiple choice question. Okay, it will still be applicable. Okay, so again, majority of you all got this correct. Excellent. So persons, the angle at the center of the circle is twice the angle at the circumference. The angle at the center will be twice as large as the angle at the circumference. So the angle at the circumference was 50 degrees. Therefore, the angle at the center of the circle will be twice that amount, which was 100 degrees. Okay, so you need to learn your other theorems. There are 9 of them. You need to learn them and you need to know them in preparation for the exam. Okay, so I see Anaya is here and Nori is here with her headphones on. So we are on number 9. Okay, so here it is that we have a diagram. PQ and RS are parallel lines. Okay, so what is the relationship between angle X and angle Y? Is angle X equal to angle Y, or is angle X less than angle Y? Is angle Y plus angle Y equal to 180 degrees? Are they supplementary? Or is angle X plus angle Y equal to 90 degrees? Are they complementary angles based on their position here in this diagram? Excellent. Only 2 persons got this incorrect. 10 of you all got this correct. I'm giving you all some confetti. You're getting a lot of confetti today. Could you all tell me, if you look at this diagram, right? Okay, so you all were correct that angle X is equal to angle Y. What type of angles are these 2 angles called? What type of angles are these? Angle X and angle Y, if you look carefully, they are both positioned in this. If you look carefully, you have this Z going on here, and remember this line here is parallel to this line. Very good, Coroni. Alternate angles. Janae, Chicken Max, yes, alternate angles. So whenever you have this Z diagram going on here, the angles inside here, angle X and angle Y, will be considered alternate angles and they are equal. Okay, the diagram can also be looked at in the opposite direction like this. Okay, so I'm going to call this angle W. I'm going to call this angle Z. So angle W and angle Z will be alternate angles and they too will be equal. Okay, so you need to know your basic geometry rules. Alternate angles, vertically opposite angles, supplementary, complementary, interior. You need to go back to the drawing board. You need to know these for your exam next week. Okay. So let's see here again. Those of you all who do want to join the live and you're coming on, we have one more question, but you can join. You can go to www.kahoot.it and you can put in the code 5936339. Okay, and you can join our game. I'm about to do the last question. I believe we're on the final question of the evening. Okay, but let's see here. Nonetheless, you can still join if you wish to. Okay, so let's see. So F is back in the game, 3 in a row, on fire here, and KK, IMP, Top G. The others, you are doing great. Remember, the persons on the screen are not just getting the answer correct, but they're answering it quickly. So this is why they're gaining more points. It doesn't necessarily mean that you got your answers incorrect. Okay, so we're into the final question. If 3 plus x over 2 is equal to 1, okay, I want you to find the value of x. I should have written the rest of this. I want you to find the value of x. What's the value of x? So I want you to solve for x. wanted to solve for x, so here it is. You are going to rearrange the equation to make x the subject. You want to make x the subject of the equation by rearranging the equation, by moving the values of 3 and 2 to the other side of the equation. Now a little hint I can give you here, a little technique that you can use on the day of the exam, multiple choice strategy. Remember, the answer is there. It's either -11, a quarter, -4, or a half. If you are not sure how to solve, guess what? You could take each of these options, place it into the equation and test it out to see which one would actually be equal to 1. Place it, substitute it in the place of x, and you could have gotten your answer. That's the beautiful thing about multiple choice. But either way, how do we solve this? We always want to move, whenever we are solving, we want to move the number or the term that's furthest away from the variable. So you'd want to move the +3 first to the other side. Okay, so how do we move that? We would have to -3. Why? Because we have a +3 here. So we do the opposite. So we -3 on either side of the equation to make sure that the equation is balanced. Okay, so this is cancelled. So what do we have left? We have x over 2. X over 2 is equal to 1 minus 3. What's 1 minus 3? Remember, we don't have our calculator. Could you all type for me what's 1 minus 3? I need you all to help me to calculate. What's 1 minus 3? Is the answer 2 or the answer -2? I need your assistance here because I need your help. Remember, you're in the exam room. You do not have a calculator. You need to know how to handle your negative numbers and your fractions and your decimals. How to add, subtract, multiply, and divide all of these. Okay, so 1 minus 3, that would give us -2. Remember, when we are adding and subtracting fractions, the answer always takes the sign of the larger number. 3 is bigger here. 3 is negative, so therefore my answer will be negative. Okay, so now I have here x over 2. Remember, I am solving for x. I want to make x the subject. So now I need to move this denominator 2 to the other side. Could you all tell me what operation I need to use to move this denominator to the other side? X over 2 is the same as saying x divided by 2. So to move this denominator, I need to do the opposite of division. What's the opposite of division? What is the opposite of division? How do I move this +2 here? Okay, so Karani said multiplication. That's correct, Jenny. That's correct, Karani. So we do the opposite, so that's multiplication. So by multiplying here by 2, this cancels, and we do the same here. So therefore, x is equal to -4. -2 times +2 gives us -4. Okay, so we have come to the end of our session here. We have come to the end of our session. I had fun here with you all. Okay, I'll go into the game to let you all know who's at the top. I really had fun here with you all. I will give you all the link to this game. If you enjoyed this game again and you find that you learn a lot, if you know you're going to get your grade 1 next week, I would like you to drop a J in the chat for me, J for Jumpstart Institute. You have to believe that you're going to succeed in order for you to succeed, and you have to work towards it. So I'd like you to type a J in the chat for me if you know that you're going to walk into this exam room next week full of confidence. You're going to show CXC, hey, you all scrap this paper too, but guess what? We're coming strong next week, and we're going to work towards getting that grade 1. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I see a number of J's in the chat. Yes, you have to believe, Jeremiah. You have to believe for you to succeed, because if you don't believe, as soon as you see a difficult question, you're going to fold in the exam room, and you don't want that. You want to fight, and you want to work and continue to work in the exam room. You don't want to go blank. As soon as you see a difficult question, you go blank. No, we're not going blank next week. Some students will tell me, boy, teacher, boy, I just go blank. I was so nervous. No, none of that next week. None of that. We're going in strong. and we are going to do our best because I am not ready. Okay, Jeremiah, as I said, we do have our digital study guide available. If you feel that you need a crash course, you can go to www.jumpstartinstitute.com, and on there we do have our digital study guide available. Once you get to the website, you just click on CSEC Math, you click on Unlock the Success, and this will take you to our study guide. Okay, on there you will have multiple videos explaining everything you need to know for the exam is on there. Everything you need to know for this exam is on there. I am here in the form of this character right there. That's me speaking, and I'm explaining everything that you need to know. Okay, and in there you are going to get access to all the different concepts. Everything that you see there, it's right there for you. You have 2 sections, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 and part 2, everything is there for you. So you can hop on over to our website. Okay, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so that you can get notification when we go live. I will be on again, God's willing, next week Monday. That's the eve of the exam at 6:30 p.m. right here. Please let your friends know, let your other classmates know that I will be on, so that they can come in and get that last minute assistance that they need. Okay, so that we can be fresh the next day for our exam. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get back to the game. I know you all are eager to know who is at the top. Okay, so we have Nori in 3rd place, IMPM in 2nd place, and at the top place we have Top G at the top place, and KK and F, KK 4th and F 5th place. Okay, so congratulations to those here, and congratulations to everyone who is on this live this evening. It shows that you are interested in your learning. It shows that you are preparing yourself for the exam next week. I am going to share the link with you all. Give me 1 second here. I am going to give you all the game link. Okay, I'm going to give you all the link for this game. Feel free to share it with your friends. That's okay. Okay, feel free to share it with your friends. I am going to leave the timer on this game. Why? Because it's very important that you do not waste too much time on the multiple choice questions. You should not spend more than 1.5 minutes on a question. So here is the game link. Okay, so Jeremiah, here is the game link. Okay, you can practice on your own time at your own pace. Okay, those of you all who do want the game link for the previous game, send me a message at 1264-581-9957. Only WhatsApp messages will be accepted. Okay, so you just send me a message here and I can send you the link to the previous game that we had. Okay, and as I said, I will be on again next week, Monday, God's willing. So I'm looking forward to being here and having fun and preparing ourselves for the exam the next day. Okay, so please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Subscribe. Okay, so I will see you all next week.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What?
Bye.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.
What you looking for? We got what you looking for. What?
What you looking for? We got what you looking for.